Hi, my name is George Ryan. We're going to be talking about the wonderful company of Seal the Seasons, which, rather than me try to explain it, I'm going to show a quick video. Like all good presentations can start with a video. Although there's no sound because that would involve an upgrade of the program, which involves being paid for it. So please try to pay attention to the closed captions. So how they actually do this is the farmers plant their crops and grow more than can be sold during the peak season because everyone's selling during that. Like how wherever you're from in a certain season has the best fruit or vegetables sold only that time of year. So Seal the Seasons buys and freezes extra fresh crops immediately when they know the farmer won't be able to sell them all. So then they package it and sell it to local grocers all year round because as previous said it has 9 month shelf life. This turns out to be better for both parties because the Seal of the Seasons does all the negotiating with the stores, so that takes out one steps out of the farmer's busy life. Um, although this, when it's frozen, it can be last up to 9 months. The food could be transported anywhere in the country in that time, but part of the company motto, is it remains in that local area, which is where they do it. They have it in the headquarters is based out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina, but it is sold in five major regions: the Mid Atlantic, Northeast, Midwest, Pacific Northwest, and Pacific Southwest. So it's sold specifically in 11 states, and the crops are harvested individually in each state and then sold in the same state. So who founded this? As somewhat mentioned in the video, CEO is Patrick Mateer. In college at UNC, going to the farmers market every Saturday, he noticed that small farmers were struggling financially. Um, since 2000, over 21% of all small farms have shut down. So he also noticed that extra crops were thrown away in peak season. So he came up with the idea to sell it all year round, um, freeze it, package it, and sell it all year round to help bring in income and help people eat locally sourced fresh food. Since growing and starting this himself with another person, as you saw in the video, the company has grown between 1 to 50 employees according to Glassdoor. We could not find what the company is worth since it's a private company, but in 2018, it raised $1.8 million in a private equity offering. It's quite a bit. So, who does this help? Obviously, the thousands of people that have access to fresh fruit and vegetables that they wouldn't be able to get all year round. In 2018, for B Corp, CL Seasons won Best for Community, which for those who don't remember what a B Corp is, it measures the company's effect on the categories of governance, workers, community, and environment, and how much of a positive impact it has on all those. Also, it pays employees above the industry standard, and only has them work 8 to 10 hour days. Usually, when they start off in this type of industry, they're paid minimum wage, and they said they start them all off at $10 an hour. Lastly, it donates 20% of profits to provide food in areas that have a lack of access to fresh um, crops. So how they do this, they did analyzed areas where there are no grocery stores that sell fresh fruits and vegetables, and then they sell them the product at a very dirt cheap to almost free price. So no matter the um, income, you'll be able to have access to fresh fruit and vegetables. So what is the social change this is providing? With the help of UNC and the North Carolina Department of Agriculture, small farms have been greatly helped by providing them with a more year-round income and wasting less crops. Also, part of this is they are helping teach more sustainable ways of farming. That's what they do to help the local farmers. And in order to keep their business growing, they have to get some produce from larger farms, but their business model is still based about the small farm, which is they always will have put the small farm before a larger farm. They also are trying to solve the problem that all people should be able to eat healthy food despite the financial standing. That's where the 20% of their profits is going to making sure all people have access to healthy produce. And lastly, overall, it is a success that it continues to grow, provide access to locally sourced healthy food all over the country. So look for it in a store near you. Thank you for your time.